Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. On Tuesday, the missile strike in Poland, previously thought to have been from Russia, has recently been reported unlikely to have been fired from that country. On Wednesday, Polish President Andrzej Duda said there is no evidence to suggest the missile strike was an intentional attack or that it was launched by Russia. President Duda also said there were many indications that the missile was rather fired as part of Ukraine's air defenses and unfortunately fell on Polish territory. The missile appeared to be Russian-made, though Ukraine's weaponry includes Russian-made missiles. The incident is the first time that the territory of a NATO country has been struck during the near 9-month Ukraine war. U.S. President Joe Biden also said the missile was unlikely to have been fired from Russia due to its trajectory. At a meeting of the military alliance in Brussels, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said, quote, "Let me clear, this is not Ukraine's fault. Russia bears ultimate responsibility as it continues its illegal war against Ukraine," end quote. According to WNBA star Brittany Griner's lawyers, she has been moved from a Moscow jail to a much harsher Russian penal colony. At the time, Griner's family nor lawyer knew the exact location of Griner and were surprised by the sudden move. Many experts said a move like this usually takes months to happen in typical cases. Now, after the recent midterm elections on November 8th, President Joe Biden has renewed hope that Russia would be more willing to discuss prisoner exchange and negotiate the release of Brittany Griner and Michigan corporate security executive Paul Whelan. President Biden made a statement saying, quote, "My hope is that now that the election is over, that Mr. Putin will be able to discuss with us and be able to talk more seriously about a prisoner exchange," end quote. In the U.S., President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness program has been halted by a federal appeals court, further crashing the hopes of more than 26 million Americans who are eligible for the relief. The Eighth Circuit Court of Appeals granted an injunction sought by 6 states that argued Biden exceeded his presidential authority when he cited COVID-19 as a national emergency to cancel student loan debt for millions of borrowers. The states also said they would lose out on future tax revenue with this plan. This is the second decision by a federal court to block the program in a matter of days, but there is a chance for it to be revived. Biden's administration can appeal the decision to the Supreme Court, but it's unclear how the court's conservative majority would rule. At this time, applications are not being accepted for student loan forgiveness. A 22-year-old University of Virginia student suspected of killing 3 football players and wounding 2 others was facing disciplinary action after UVA officials learned he failed to disclose his conviction last year on a misdemeanor concealed weapon charge. UVA Police Chief Tim Longo said Christopher Darnell Jones, Jr., a former football player, is facing 3 counts of second-degree murder and 3 counts of using a handgun. On Sunday, the victims had just returned from a school field trip when they were gunned down on and near a school bus on the Charlottesville campus. The shooting prompted an hours-long manhunt while students locked down in dorms, classrooms, and libraries. Jones was arrested late Monday morning in Henrico County, about 80 miles east of Charlottesville. Police are still investigating and have not yet disclosed a motive for the attack. 4 students at the University of Idaho were found dead near campus. The deaths occurred on the same day as a shooting at the University of Virginia. Authorities said they responded to a call about an unconscious individual on Sunday and discovered 4 dead at a house near the campus. Investigators believe that an edged weapon, such as a knife, was used in what police are now investigating as targeted murders. The Moscow Police Department said Tuesday all 4 deaths have been ruled homicides, meaning that detectives believe that none of the victims were responsible for the killings. Moscow Police Captain Anthony Dollinger said they are currently looking for a suspect. 2 new Omicron subvariants have become the dominant strain in the United States, raising fears of another COVID-19 surge. The subvariants called BQ1 and BQ11 appear to be more infectious and have now overtaken the BA5 Omicron subvariant, which has been the dominant strain in the U.S. since the summer. Dr. Jeremy Lubin of the University of Massachusetts said, quote, "This time of year, last year, we were optimistic. We were coming out of the Delta wave and it was steadily decreasing, and we went into Thanksgiving to wake up to Omicron. So there is this sort of deja vu feeling from last year," end quote. Even if the new subvariants surge this winter, most experts think an uptick of infections won't hit as hard as the first two winter surges of the pandemic. Although the state is not reporting daily COVID-19 health trends anymore, the Mass DPH is still monitoring and reporting health trends on a weekly basis. On November 11th, newly released metrics show that over 104,000 molecular tests were conducted and 5,524 new positive cases were reported in the last week. As of November 9th, 147 people are hospitalized in Massachusetts and 45 are in the ICU. 83 new deaths were also reported in the last 7 days. The town of Braintree also continues to monitor COVID data from the state. The town hall hasn't reported any new positive cases in the last week. The town hall website currently shows a total of 11,539 positive cases since the start of the pandemic. There have been no new fatalities reported in 6 months, keeping Braintree's total deaths at 137. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
It's that time of the year again, flu season. Getting vaccinated against the flu and COVID-19 can help keep you, your family, and your community healthy. You can even get both vaccines at the same time. Visit mass.gov/flushot to learn more.
Welcome back. Students and staff members of East Middle School greeted 20 veterans who were visiting the school the day before Veterans Day. The annual holiday program at the school brings guest speakers into the classrooms to share their stories and experiences that may otherwise go untold. After an opening ceremony that included a student choir performance of the national anthem, veterans rotated through different 8th grade classrooms to speak and answer questions. Some of the guest speakers included Master Sergeant David Duffy, who told students about his time as a Marine intelligence officer in the 1960s. Army veteran Tim Haggerty was another guest speaker who served in Iraq with the 82nd Airborne Division. He now does acute psychiatric social work at the VA hospital in Brockton. The event reunited Haggerty with Kenny Butler, a teacher at East Middle School, for the first time since their tour in Iraq. In another classroom, Heather Pernock told students about her experiences as a military police officer at the Otis Air Force Base in Bourne, and her work as a recruiter. Assistant Principal Allison Mazzetti said that the event is held yearly as a token of our gratitude. The Braintree Planning Board recommended a proposal that would require affordable housing units in all new multifamily developments, under an inclusionary zoning ordinance proposed by Mayor Kokoris. The proposal would call for developments of fewer than 10 units to designate at least 10% of the units as affordable. For developments between 10 and 50 units, 12.5% of units would need to be affordable, and the requirement would be 15% for developments with 50 or more units. The ordinance is intended to keep the town at safe harbor levels that would block further developments under Chapter 40B, a state law that takes away much of local control over developments in communities that don't meet affordable housing thresholds. With the conversion of some units at Windjammer Cove to affordable, town officials expect to reach safe harbor status with the proposed 56-unit apartment complex at the former Braintree Electric Light Department generating plant on Allen Street. The board unanimously approved the ordinance at its meeting Wednesday night. It now goes to the Town Council, where it will be referred to the Council's Ordinance and Rules Committee for a review. St. Catherine's Greek Orthodox Youth Association will welcome those in need from Braintree and nearby towns for a Thanksgiving lunch from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday, November 19th at 119 Common Street. The meal is free and all are welcome to attend. For more information, email maria.leifus77@gmail.com. Ann Tolan, the March Crispin Center Director, spoke about the upcoming holiday events held by the center. On the list are the holiday food basket programs available for Braintree residents, which will be held for Thanksgiving and Christmas. This year, baskets will be distributed at the Pond Street location. The Thanksgiving distribution will be held on the 21st and 22nd of November, while the Christmas distribution will be held on the 19th, 20th, and 21st of December. Toland also mentioned a few fundraisers coming up this December, including the Fill-A-Cruiser Toy Drive sponsored by the Braintree Police Department and Brewster Ambulance, which will be held on Saturday, December 3rd outside of the Braintree Town Hall. Jake and Joe's will also be hosting a dine-in fundraiser on December 7th, where 20% of proceeds will go to the center. And finally, the 13th annual Braintree Christmas Party on December 8th will be held at Campanella's Restaurant. Admission for the event is an unwrapped gift or a gift card for a child. To apply for the Thanksgiving and Christmas food basket programs, you may call the center at 781-848-2124 or come into the center's location at Lincoln Street to fill out an application. The Braintree Recreation Department announced that applications for employment during the summer of 2023 will be available starting Monday, November 21st. Applicants are being sought for organized play, clinic counselors, lifeguards for Sunset Lake and gate attendants, and caretakers for Sunset Lake and the Peterson Splash Pad at Watson Park. Applications are due on Monday, April 3rd of 2023, but officials encourage applicants to apply as soon as possible, as the Braintree Recreation Department will begin conducting interviews for early applicants in February and March. Applications will be available online at BraintreeRec.com as well as in person at the Braintree Recreation offices at 74 Pond Street. You can also email Chris Griffin at cgriffin@braintreema.gov. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Now more than ever, we need to do our part to prevent the spread of illnesses like the flu. Getting a flu shot will lower the chances of a serious illness and help keep you and your loved ones out of the hospital. Now's the time. Get your flu shot today.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. Thanksgiving Day is only about a week away, but Thanksgiving dinner looks to be more expensive this year than in previous years. If you haven't bought your turkey yet, you may be paying more or have trouble finding one. The USDA says production will be limited for the rest of the year as turkey producers continue to battle a bird flu outbreak that has been wiping out turkeys for months. Experts say this year's strain is more acute than normal. Almost 50 million turkeys either died from the virus or were eradicated as part of an infected flock. The inflated costs of raising the birds is also driving up prices and scarcity. Turkey's feed prices are 10% higher this year than last. Thankfully, Walmart announced they will roll back turkey prices to 2021 levels, so families don't have to worry about filling their Thanksgiving table. With inflation raising turkey prices this year, market research firm IRI predicts that your Thanksgiving meal will cost about 13.5% more compared to last year. Their report measures items including turkey and other meat, baking essentials, beverages, and popular side dishes in its list of Thanksgiving foods. Alastair Steele, executive of IRI Client Engagement, said, quote, "Even if retailers offer promotions in the weeks or days leading up to the holiday, those prices will still likely be higher than in the same period a year ago." End quote. It's no surprise that Thanksgiving is expected to be more expensive this year, given how high grocery prices have been in general. Extreme weather conditions such as drought and diseases have contributed to high food inflation. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, this year through September, grocery prices increased 13%. Norfolk County Registry of Deeds announced the 2022 Holiday Food Drive is happening November 14th through December 13th this year. Register of Deeds William O'Donnell is asking people to take a moment to contribute to the annual food drive, saying, quote, "This year we, as a community, have seen an unprecedented rise in inflation rates, especially in the cost of food. Some Norfolk County families are hit harder by these increased costs and worry about putting food on the table this holiday season," end quote. Non-perishable food items can be brought directly to the Registry of Deeds located at 649 High Street in Dedham. A donation bin will be set up in the registry's lobby, and food can be dropped off Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Suggested donations include canned goods, breakfast cereals, pasta, sauces, toiletries, and paper products. To learn more about the food drive along with other Registry of Deeds events and initiatives, you can visit their Facebook page at facebook.com/NorfolkDeeds. Edaville Family Theme Park opened for its 75th season last week. This is the first time Edaville has opened since the COVID pandemic hit in the spring of 2020. Hundreds of people went to opening night to see the beloved Christmas Festival of Lights, as well as a European-style Christmas market. Food and drinks, train rides, and much more. Edaville announced earlier this year that it would reopen for the Christmas season, and further attractions include a Ferris wheel, bumper cars, an arcade, rides on a steam train, and visits with Santa. The Christmas festival decks out the park in millions of lights, and the holiday market will sell a variety of handmade and manufactured products and treats. The park is open from 4 to 8:30 p.m. Thursday and Friday, and 2 to 8:30 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. The park will remain open for the Christmas Festival of Lights through the end of the year. Visit edaville.com for more information and to purchase your tickets. Thanks for watching Braintree today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment.
Hello, I'm Bill O'Donnell, Register of Deeds for Norfolk County. The holidays are a time of joy, but for some, a time of stress. We see firsthand at the Registry of Deeds the struggles of people when it comes to mortgage foreclosures. A number of families in the county struggle to put food on the table. Realizing that 1 out of every 9 Massachusetts households is considered food insecure, the Registry of Deeds continues to hold its annual holiday food drive to benefit struggling families here in Norfolk County. We are asking for your help in collecting non-perishable donations such as canned meats, soups, vegetables, breakfast cereals, pasta, spaghetti sauces, along with household paper goods. To make a difference this holiday season, all you have to do is drop off a donation to the Registry of Deeds lobby, located at 649 High Street in Dedham, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. If you cannot get to the Registry of Deeds, please check our website at www.norfolkdeeds.org for a food pantry location in your community. Donations are needed throughout the year. Working together, we can truly make a difference. Thank you.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. This week in entertainment, here are some soon-to-be-released movies and shows coming out this November. First in entertainment comes Don't Make Me Go, telling the story of a single father played by John Cho. Cho's character finds out that he has a fatal brain tumor and decides to take his teenage daughter, played by Mia Isaac, on a road trip in an effort to cram in years of love, support, and teachable moments into the time he has left with her. He convinces Wally, with the promise of long-awaited driving lessons, to accompany him on a road trip from California to New Orleans for his 20th college reunion, where he secretly hopes to reunite her with her mother who left them long ago. Don't Make Me Go explores the unbreakable, eternal bond between a father and daughter. You can watch Don't Make Me Go on Amazon Prime. Next in entertainment comes a horror comedy, The Menu, which follows a young couple, Margot and Tyler, played by Anya Taylor-Joy and Nicholas Hoult. The two visit an exclusive destination restaurant on a remote island run by a celebrity chef who has prepared a lavish menu where the food is treated as conceptual art, though his approach to cuisine has some shocking surprises for the wealthy guests. The Menu will be in theaters Friday, November 18th. And finally, in entertainment, the third and final season of Dead to Me is finally on Netflix. If you haven't seen it yet, Dead to Me, starring Christina Applegate and Linda Cardellini as Jen and Judy, follows two women who meet at a support group after Jen's husband died in a hit and run. Despite their polar opposite personalities, Jen is a cynical widow determined to solve her husband's murder, and Judy is an optimistic free spirit. They become codependent friends. However, Jen isn't exactly who she claims to be. As they grow closer, their secrets begin to unravel, and the two of them seem to continuously make things even more complicated. Creator and showrunner Liz Feldman told The Hollywood Reporter in August of 2020, 1 month after Netflix announced Dead to Me's renewal, quote, "Halfway through shooting season 2, an idea came to me that felt very true to the show, and I realized that it could be a really great way to end it," end quote. The final season, season 3 of Dead to Me, premiered Thursday, November 17th. That'll do it for news today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.